Hello everybody out there, this is Seto Kaiba from your Yu-Gi-Oh chat channel, and today I want to profile you my Dark Magician deck, that I use in real life. I've been playing with this deck for about, I would say since October, late September of last year. Now, there's a couple things I want to explain first before I get into the deck. First off, it runs a spellbook engine. Second off, it does have 47 cards, but believe me, don't worry about the 47 cards. Um, this deck is still a deck that is being worked on, but for right now, this deck is now competitive. It can be competitive because of spellbooks. Do understand that it may not have Spellbook of Secrets in it, but the reason why it may not have some of these other spellbook cards like Judgment Day and all that, even though it runs a spellbook engine, is because I'm not paying a buttload of cash to buy spellbook cards just for playing a fun Dark Magician deck. Once they get, if they get reprinted, great, I'll put them in the deck. If they go down in price, great, I'll put them in the deck. But for right now, it's going to stay like this. So just understand that. If you have spellbook cards that you currently have, you probably could add them into this deck and make the deck work even better than my deck. So just understand that. So this is the Dark Magician deck. Like I said, right now we run 2 Dark Magicians. If I ever get my hands, if they ever reprint it, which they may, a Priestess of Prophecy, we would probably replace 1 Dark Magician with the High Priestess of Prophecy. So this would be like a spellbook, a spellcaster type deck. It's more of a spellbook deck. That's what it's going to become in the future, but for right now it's a Dark Magician deck more. So 2 Dark Magicians. You can take one out if you wish, but I keep 2 in there. If you have a High Priestess of Prophecy, you can replace it with one of the Dark Magicians. Dark Magician Girl. If you're running a Dark Magician deck, you have to run a Dark Magician Girl. If you want to be more competitive, yeah, you can take her out, but believe me, at the end of the day, it's nostalgia. It's because she's too beautiful, and how can you say no to a Dark Magician Girl? Blizzard Princess is actually very good in this deck overall. Her effect is awesome. The fact that I can tribute summon her, if I have a guard on the field, I flip guard up, pop the monster back, summon Blizzard Princess. I think it's one of the best one-turn tribute monsters for spellcasters out there. Skilled Dark Magician. If you're running more of a spellbook engine than I am, you may want to run 3. But honestly, I find even when I duel online with a more updated version of like cards like Prophet, Judgment Day and Secrets, which I don't own, I find that actually 2 is good. 3 is a little bit too much, but 2 seems to be good. It's your preference really, but 2 is good. 2 Magicians Valkyria. Believe me, you may not think this card is that good. Believe me, this deck sometimes needs a good first turn play or a good defender. Besides guard, she's the next best thing. And if I get 2 of these girls out, believe me, she can save that 1 turn Dark Magician you have on the field from getting destroyed and drawing that Spellbook of Power and just running over their monster. Believe me, it comes in handy more than you would think. Kaiku is in there for multiple reasons. Kaiku really, I think, is an underrated spellcaster. Back when Chaos Monsters, back maybe 5-7 years ago when Chaos Monsters were around, Kaiku was amazing. Kaiku can still be good. It can manipulate your opponent's graveyard and things like that. Breaker is good. It's your 3rd MST. It's one of your attack monsters. You know what Breaker does. Defender protects your monsters. Strength of Prophecy is going to be your main attacker in the deck. Understand that. With Strength of Prophecy, I summon Strength of Prophecy. I use Spellbook of Power. I put the Spellbook. All those broken combinations, but it just works so well. And her 2,000 attack boost, she gets 500 attack boost and a level up. So if I next turn had a Blackwing Gale in hand, which I don't know what Blackwing's at right now. Yeah, if I had Gale in hand, I summon Gale. I get a Stardust out. I protect my monsters a little bit more. It just depends. There's a lot of combinations you can do. Temperance of Prophecy is another way of getting Dark Magician out, and it's very useful. Gaga Magician is in here for one purpose and one purpose only. He can also be used for another purpose too, but it's up to you. There's multiple purposes he can be used for. So say I had Gaga Magician out, I use 1-1, I attack, then I sacrifice Dark Magician, draw 2 cards. That's one of the combos. The main combo who's in here for is for awesome combo. Say I have Dark Magician out in the field, and I have Gaga Magician in hand. I summon Gaga Magician, I make Big Eye, I just steal the monster and go from town there. That's where that Valkyria can come in hand. That's where protecting that Dark Magician to get other combos out that are more advanced, comes in handy with this deck. Magical Exemplar is awesome in multiple ways. This card can be used. Apprentice Magician is your searcher. You can get Old Vindictive out. You can get cards like Copycat out if you need be. Stuff like that. It's very awesome. Blackwing Gale is a card that's come in and out, but at the end of the day, I decided to keep it in there. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's my preference. It actually comes in handy more in this deck than I really thought possible, but it really does. Guard is a must in this deck. Copycat, yeah, you'd be like, well, Copycat, come on, man. Well, Copycat is awesome. Don't discredit Copycat. Chaos Sorcerer comes out a lot. Very awesome card. Now you run your spells. Dog Hole, 3 Spellbook of Powers, 3 Wisdom, 1 Life, 1 Stall Hall. Once I get more spellbooks, this card is going to be at 2 eventually, but for right now it's going to be at 1 until spellbooks get reprinted. This combination is so amazing. I think if you're running spellbooks, you know what I mean. If you're running spellbooks in real life, you understand how good this card can help you out, especially with the combination of power and Stall Hall, and then it just keeps like, oof, nice. Wonder Wand is awesome in this deck. If they want to be not aggressive, I could flip up Old Vindictive first turn, play Wonder Wand, use it a quick spell. There's multiple ways I can use Wonder Wand. It's a very versatile card, actually, really, with spellcasters. Book of Moon, self-explanatory. 2 MSTs, just in case. Creature Swap, it's so fun. The Creature Swap in this deck. Monster Reborn, 2 Magical Dimensions, helps you get Dark Magician out, Dark Magician Girl out, whatever you want to. United We Stand, this deck can swarm, and this card in general can just help us out in the deck. Believe me, it can. Don't underestimate it. And to finish out, we run the Royal Decrees. We don't have to worry about traps all that much if we have Spellbook of Wisdom, so you can run a Spellbook. This deck can run a lot of different combinations. Side deck-wise, these are just some things I use. The main cards you'll be using is Stardust, Scrap Dragon, Scrap Archfiend, one of the level 6s you want to. Big Eye is going to be your main Exceed monster. Believe me, in this deck, he can come out more than you would expect in a Dark Magician deck, because Dark Magician is level 7. Heroic Champion, Pappy, Utopia, Maestro. It's really awesome when he gets powered up. I say Got You too is one of the other ones. It just depends. But this is the deck I use in real life, and you have to understand that it's going to get better with time. Maybe in 3-4 months from now, when the tins come out and there's reprints, and if they reprint spellbooks, this deck is going to change a little bit. It'll change, it'll evolve, it'll become more of a of a spellbook deck. But for right now, I just wanted to profile you this deck because I've been really wanting to show you guys this deck. So if you love Dark Magician, just like this video. I will give you an update in a couple months, hopefully, if I get more cards for this deck. But till next time, everybody, Seto Kaiba, out. Dark Magic Attack.